nor a former member of parliament for Tamale Central, Haji Inusa Hussaini, has warned politicians against ignoring court decisions. His statement comes after a decision by the High Court sitting in Koforidua found Akwatia MP Ernest Yaokumi guilty of contempt for violating an interim injunction that prohibited his swearing in as a legislator. More details in this report by ChannelOne News' Daniel Odro-Mensah.
Speaking on current affairs program on City FM and ChannelOne TV, The Big Issue, hosted by Selim Adonu, Inusa Hussaini emphasized that the nation's laws are firm and are enforced whenever court orders are disregarded. He further asserted that no politician is above the law and courts have the authority to take decisive action against those who defy their rulings.
I will not advise any politician to take the powers of the court lightly. I mean, you might disagree with them, but they can deal with you. And they deal with you on the basis of facts that are before them, their understanding and application of the law, and how they relate to you. And so, if the court somehow comes to the conclusion that the facts that were before him in Koforidua, touching and concerning the elections of the Akwatia MP, are facts that warrant that a stay be granted, and we did that, he simply would have limited the injunctions to a number of days.
Inusa Hussaini also suggested that the embattled legislator should step down and address the conviction.
The best thing was to temporarily remove himself from parliament, from being sworn in, go fight the case, go remove the restraining order, and come to sworn in. I mean,
he would have been in contempt already because the order was prohibiting him from availing himself to be sworn in.
Holding himself up. I mean,
yes,
he was not. If you are going around town saying that you have been elected member of parliament, that is nothing.
Yeah, the but the order said he should not avail himself to be sworn in.
Yes,
and he has been sworn in.
So availing yourself to be sworn in is holding yourself out as MP.
Meanwhile, private legal practitioner Bobby Banson cautioned that excessive politicization of the matter could undermine public confidence.
My only challenge with this narration is, once we start saying that the judiciary is being used as a weapon, I've always said it doesn't matter which political side is saying it. We must always stick to the law and the facts and the evidence. Because the moment you introduce politicization of the issues that have been determined, you take away the public confidence in the judiciary. And my position has always been that political cases do not make up. Salom, I see you in court every day. I don't think that you go there to do cases relating to politically exposed persons. Political cases involving politically exposed persons do not make up even 2% of the cases that are heard. But the moment politicians say that the judiciary is being used to as a weapon, then the man on the streets who is depending on the judiciary against somebody else who will now say, no, if I have a matter, I need to see a politician to go and influence. That aspect, that narrative that politicians at the slightest opportunity tend to spin decisions of their judges and always make up political capital out of it is something that, as much as possible, we should discourage.
Meanwhile, the panelists have noted that the judicial system must not be weaponized to serve partisan interests. For ChannelOne News, I am Daniel Odro-Mensah.